You ready?
Yes.
Yeah, it's already going. What up, YouTube? Thanks for clicking on the video. Another suggested video we had was Larry Bird's trash talking. One of the greatest trash talkers in the NBA. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that. Also, this is kind of appropriate because this weekend we're at the rodeo and that guy was like, "Are you Larry Bird?"
Yeah, bro. Like, for the guys that don't know me, my name is 7FootReacts because I'm actually 7 foot. But people come up to me like, "Hey, is that Larry Bird?" I'm like,
all the time. Literally 2 days ago.
like, no, I'm not Larry Bird. But someone suggested this video of his trash talking, so we're gonna kind of get in depth. Here's some stories from older NBA players about how much of a menace he was.
Wait, yeah, I thought this was gonna be a basketball react video. This is gonna be way more fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have to react to his highlights sometime, but this is going to be his trash talking.
Cool.
Like the video and subscribe. You ready?
Ready?
Let's do it.
In the last play, he says to James Worthy, he says, "You guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner." He said, "They're going to set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out." He said, "I'm going to curl right over." And he's telling us to play. He's telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, "I'm going to go right over to that corner, and I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game," whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, the man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
Bro.
Go to shake his hand.
Just imagine.
That's iconic.
Imagine like this guy, Larry Bird, on the court just talking trash. Like,
How tall is he?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He's pretty tall. But like you wouldn't take him seriously. He had the wavy hair and
But that's what was in, you know.
and like three kind of like my mustache, like 3 hairs.
That's why people think you're him.
I'm him. No, I'm not him.
And I'm a rookie playing against the Boston Celtics in the Boston Garden. And go shake. And Larry put both hands behind his back. He wouldn't shake my hand. I said, okay, he's just getting into the game. In the first play of the game, he said, "You don't even belong in this league, Holmes." And he shoots a 3. Now, I wasn't mad that he made the 3. But I said, "There's something, this called me Holmes." and he came down and did it again, so I'm pissed, you know. So the next time down, see me on the breakneck pitch, and I jump up.
Bad?
I don't know. I guess it's just a name.
What does Holmes mean?
Holmes. What's up, Holmes?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Maybe it means bro? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want someone calling me something that I'm not.
You're not a Holmes?
I'm Big Holmes.
Okay.
And I throw it down on him, right? I mean, he fouls me. And he said, "Hey, Rook, I like you. You got hot." He said, "But I'm still getting 30 on your ass." I mean, that's who he was. But that was the only time he ever talked trash to me because he respected me because he knew that I was going to keep coming. That really taught me something, you know. If you wasn't prepared to play against guys like that, you got embarrassed.
I always tell this story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, "Larry, what's going on with you?" He says, "You guys are being disrespectful to me." And I says,
That is the most white person answer.
You guys are being disrespectful.
You guys are being disrespectful. I feel like that's like a Karen
like
thing.
That video. You just disrespected a future.
You just disrespected a future, what is it, U.S. Army soldier?
U.S. Army soldier.
Oh my gosh, Larry Bird.
"What are you talking about?" He says, "You guys are putting a white guy on me." That's disrespectful.
Wait, who's the white guy you put on him?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. He says, "It's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me." And I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game.
Robert told Robert
What does that even mean?
he should have stayed in preaching. That was funny. He had 50 points. And you know, Larry
Wait,
Bird ain't never...
I didn't hear that.
Completely missed that.
I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game.
Robert told Robert Reedy the other state that he should have stayed in preaching. That was funny. He had 50 points.
He had 50 points and he said you should have stayed in preaching.
This is a dumb question. Is Larry Bird dead?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, he's like saying you should have went to your old profession.
No, I know. I understand that. But my question was unrelated.
Oh, you're just wondering.
All these videos are so old and they're not interviewing him. So I was like, is he dead?
I'm sure they're getting POVs of other people
Yeah.
of what they thought of him.
And you know, Larry Bird ain't never playing no great defense. He like sagging off a little bit. So he tell the guy, you can't shoot. So I'm not worrying about guard you. I said, man, shoot it in the face. Shoot it in the face.
Mark hit a three-pointer on Larry Bird and said, take a look at that. And Bird just came right back and hit three-pointers in a row, and just basically said to him, and we all heard it, that you're out of your league.
Or he'd say, Danny, give me the ball.
Bro,
DJ, give me the ball.
He's a savage.
That's probably why he was so good. You have to have that like confidence.
He had that, and he backed it up.
That attitude, yeah.
It's like Larry Bird is out there trash talking like the whitest of the white, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go drop 50. And it's like, no,
And then he does.
Yeah, and then he does. Like, what do you do about that?
Ball. I got this guy in the torture chamber down here. Why the guy was standing right there listening to him say it.
The baller went to Larry.
Wait, did you hear that?
Or he'd say, Danny, give me the ball, or DJ, give me the ball. I got this guy in the torture chamber down here. Why the guy was standing right there listening to him say it.
Imagine.
Went to Larry.
He's like, I got this little bum down here. I'm gonna score him every time, and he's just like, dude, I'm right here.
Why didn't you try to like talk like that?
I was humble,
Oh,
and I wasn't that good, so.
It was all out of whack.
that's not true.
He had the ball at three-point range. He goes, hey, who's guarding me? Everybody looked around. He just stood there, held the ball, and Isaiah said, he ran out there and just shot it, three-pointer. Too late.
Was the originator.
So you're
So is
telling?
that all he did? He just shot threes.
I mean, he was like a fundamental guy. Like he had shot from everywhere.
Fundamentals, Johnny.
Fundamental guy. And he's like, so it's like the one clip of Harden whenever he broke his ankles and like Harden just stopped there and waited for someone to come contest and then he shot it. That's basically what Larry Bird did. He's like, is anybody gonna guard me? I'm gonna hold it up here until someone tries to contest and then he shoots it and makes it. Larry legend.
Of getting in your face and talking trash. And then you sit there and you go, this guy up in my face talking noise. He ain't that fast, he's slow, but he knew how to aggravate you, agitate you enough to get you out of your game.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, you can't stop me. And I looked at him and I said, gosh, boy, you're so confident. He goes, confident? You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points on me. The coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out at Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump. And as I go by, him, he tells me, he says, fly, Bird. And I go right by him, and he shoots the ball. It's nothing but nylon.
Larry Bird was a pain in the neck. Anytime we had a chance to win, Larry Bird changed that.
Larry Bird. Offers his own shot.
There was a certain confidence you had because, you know, if you ever got in trouble, give the ball to Larry and get out of his way, and he delivered.
Double teaming Bird. Larry, fake, fall away.
Do you remember? Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. Yeah, that was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is, well, you only scored 6 on me.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and, you know, Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says, left side, across the 3, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
I feel like that would be so triggering as a defender. Like, he's literally telling you what he's doing, but obviously, coming from experience, when people tell you they're going to do something, they end up not doing it.
Yeah, they don't do it.
But he's like, all right, I'm going to go to the left wing, catch a 3, and shoot it. And you're like, okay. And then he ends up doing the same thing and does it and scores, and you're like, well, he just told me. And then he proceeds to do it.
That gets in your head, yeah.
Yeah, and like, this dude's crazy. He sees the future.
But
he had confidence, so I guess that's what made him great.
Yeah.
Trusted in his ability to shoot the ball.
Okay, so you guys got Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think,
and Eddie Johnson for celebrating
Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was
so good.
It was the greatest film session ever because back then you didn't have, you know, you watched the real game and just went, you know, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times. He just kept not the shot. He just kept rewinding it, showing the guys. You remember they were giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah, that was Eddie Johnson. That was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that.
So it was.
It wasn't somebody.
Bro, they're straight up just laughing at him. You see him on the bench?
Laughing at. That's the other team.
Other team laughing at that dude getting cooked by Larry Bird.
Wait, let me see it again.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other a high five.
Look at he's like dumbfounded.
Yeah, like he's literally telling him what. I'd be triggered.
Session was 20 minutes of that. So it
wasn't.
Yeah, if it made him watch 20 minutes of them laughing, celebrating.
Yeah, he was so mad.
Jeez.
Somebody not playing good defense on Bird. It was you guys celebrating Larry Bird.
And Fratello wouldn't let it go. It just kept rewinding. And it was.
I think Bird went by the bench one time too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, "Off the glass into the trainer." And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
When Larry got on the roll, started shooting the ball, every shot was going in.
Goodbye, she's gone. I guess the two-pointer was too close.
When he ran by the bench, he goes, "That's a heat check. Just see how hot I am." All right, he runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league, and Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, "Hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me?" He goes, "So nobody out here can." Frank looked down at the bench and goes, "No."
Imagine your coach saying that.
No.
Nobody can guard Larry Bird. He's him. He is him.
Those shorts. Oh, sorry.
There's one thing I didn't know about Larry. I knew he was a trash talker, but this video just like puts the icing on the cake. Like he was literally a savage out there. He's blowing kisses to the other team. He's like, "Coach, who's gonna guard me?" He's like, "Nobody."
I'm just surprised he's even like allowed to do that.
Back then, bro, they were
Wouldn't
throwing.
they get like fined now?
They were throwing Mike Tyson punches. Have you seen like back then how physical they were? Oh, we got another video for you.
All I can see is these shorts.
Dude, you looking at his print?
No.
Okay.
He'll look at you like, "Hey, what you doing out here? You better call somebody else." I even heard him tell the coach, "Hey, look, coach, you better get somebody else out here to guard me because I'm killing this guy."
In last year's playoffs, Person was out to make Bird eat his words while adding a few choice comments of his own.
Chuck Person, he definitely has his reputation. During the playoffs, he just went AWOL, and he just went to work.
You can see Bill playing a little Bird, giving it back to him kind.
Chuck Person can talk some trash to Larry Bird now. He scored the last 16 points.
Chuck and Larry down low, greeting one another once again.
He has caught fire.
Oh, give me that.
He's just yelling.
He is ripping him a new one.
He makes like everything personal by like talking trash to individual people.
My bad, Larry.
I wonder if he was like mean.
Like as a person, like outside of the court?
Like outside of basketball. Like, was he like that too?
I don't know. What do you mean was? He's not dead.
Sorry. Is he? I don't know. But
No,
he doesn't play basketball anymore. So
No,
I mean,
he
like,
doesn't.
back then.
He owns the Indiana Pacers, like the NBA team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know how he is as a person. I didn't really watch him like.
Because nobody's really saying like. Well, that one guy said he complimented him.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we've always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
Bird's ability to get the final word has made for many a magic moment. And this week, we relive a game when Larry was in rare form.
I know. He looks like freaking. He's just like a normal white guy.
Yeah, his little smile. He's like, I would get the last
I want to get the last laugh, Jeffrey Dahmer.
And Xavier McDaniel was eager to lend an ear.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball, no shot clock.
They called a timeout. He said, "You know I'm going to get it." And I said, "I know, I'm going to be waiting."
I'm going to timeout. I'm going for a play, and I tried this is what we're going to run. All right, then as you get the ball, you go over here and you pass to Kevin, then you go to the corner. Then Robert, you come over. Then about that time, Larry steps in and says, "Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way?" Well, after the timeout, we walk back on the court. And Larry's going down to his position, so he tells Xavier, "I'm getting the ball."
Yeah, he said, "I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face."
10 seconds. 5 and Bird has the basketball. Look out. 2 seconds on the clock.
And, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. I walked back to the sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird just phenomenal the way that he will contribute in the clutch time.
Larry was complaining to the refs, and I was complaining to the refs, and the next time down the court, it got in my face.
I was up 38-6. That's how I summarize it.
The 84 Olympic
Wait,
team.
he just said I was up 38-6.
Yeah.
And the next time down the court, it got in my face.
I was up 38-6. That's how I summarize it.
The 84 Olympic team is playing an exhibition game against a bunch of pros, including Larry Bird, and they were in the warm-ups. And a ball bounced down from the college end of the court to the pro end. And Michael Jordan went down to chase it. The ball happened to be picked up by Larry Bird. And Michael went up a few feet away from Larry Bird and held out his hands. And Bird took the ball and fired it back down the court over Jordan's head, as if to say, you're not only not getting this ball, I don't give a damn who you are. Larry Bird knows exactly who this guy is and what's going to happen in the next few years. And he wants to get every edge he can get right now.
I got a pull hamstring.
Imagine like that's your first like run-in with the NBA player, and he throws the ball like right at your head.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll be like, I'm done. I'm done playing.
He's definitely savage.
He's so savage. What? I didn't know Larry was like this. I gotta get a Larry Bird jersey now.
So I'm not playing tonight. He walks down to me. Man, I'm sorry you're not playing. But he said, I'm gonna tell you what. Since you're here, I'm gonna put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay? And I'm like, man, get out of my face, man. I wanna hear that. That's Celtics and the Lakers. Every time he hit one, he look at me.
I remember we were playing.
The Celtics and Lakers have I think the biggest rivalry in the NBA. Just because they always played in the finals. It was Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. They were going head-to-head every time. And I guess when he wasn't playing, he was just like, all right, I'm going to put on a show for you. That's crazy. Oh, I don't know.
That's so funny.
I don't know what I would do.
Washington one night, and Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
He looks at the bench and says, hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot.
I'm going to do it again.
Kick it in.
He told Washington, I'm going to get the ball.
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1. Aims to Bird. He gets a good shot in the Celtics winner. Boy, this is something else. Incredible.
So I don't know if you heard the first part, but he did make it.
He made it. They called a timeout, so it didn't count.
And then he went and did it again.
I'm going to do it again.
Well, that's the end of the video,
crazy.
but yeah, wow. Larry Bird, literally anytime I saw the Celtics on my schedule, I'd be like, oh, great.
Yeah,
Larry Bird.
I've heard his name a lot, but I didn't know he was known for trash talking at all.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think there's actually a documentary. I don't know if it's on Larry Bird. I know there's about the rival between Lakers and Celtics. So, and your brother is a big Larry Bird fan. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but there you have it. There's the Larry Bird trash talking. We're gonna have to make another video to watch his highlights if we can see it. This is 1980 footage.
Really bad quality.
So we'll try and find a video and then we'll make a reaction to it. What do you have to say? What do you think about Larry Bird? Do you think he's a savage?
I like this suggestion for a reaction. Pretty creative.
Yeah.
Thought it was good. Very interesting. I didn't know that about Larry Bird, so now when I hear his name, I'll know.
He's more than just a basketball player. He was a savage.
Yeah.
And he was going for people's heart.
I want to know how he was outside of basketball.
Yeah. But appreciate you guys suggesting this video. Suggest lots more. I know we have a lot of Harry Mack, but I can't get enough of Harry Mack, so I'm going to run out of them eventually. Send other sports, send honestly anything. Yeah. We'll be open to it. If she's not there, I'll react to it. She won't ever do it by herself because she doesn't know how to work technology. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like the video, subscribe if you're shorter than me. We'll catch you guys in the next one. You in the video, what do you say?
See y'all later.